Shoemaker's in the studio, and we're playing an exclusive multiplayer round of Chromehounds. Plus, we're bending space with Prey, quelling riots with Eidos and Urban Chaos, and getting a little crazy with Crusty Demons and Point Blank. Yes, we are also totally rocking out with Guitar Hero 2. A lot. No opening acts tonight. We're live and on the spot. Hello, everybody, and welcome to On the Spot, GameSpot's live show. We do every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Every Thursday, except for maybe a couple holidays here and there.
Yeah, I know. It's like we're lazy like that.
Yeah, my name's Rich Gallup. I'm your host. This is where we play some games that have come out recently, some games that haven't come out yet, and take questions from you, the viewer, using the handy-dandy pop-up player you see on the page right there. Hi, Jeff Gersman.
Hey, Rich.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
I hear we have a pretty good show today.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard we had a great show today.
Yes, we do have a great show today. And here to tell us exactly what kind of great show we have today is Ryan Davis. Hello, Ryan Davis.
Hey, guys. What's going on? You guys are just lazy. I always do On the Spot every Thursday, even on holidays.
What about
government holidays, bank holidays?
Cameras,
I don't care.
No cameras,
I'm at
no
home in my
here.
underwear doing On the Spot.
Where were you
I'm committed.
last Thursday, Ryan Davis?
I have no idea where I was last Thursday.
It wasn't here.
I couldn't tell you.
It wasn't here.
There was nothing in my
But
diary.
you were doing On the Spot wherever you were.
We have an awesome show today.
What kind of awesome show do we have today?
We are going to have Guitar Hero 2, the E3 build of Guitar Hero 2. Alex Navarro and I are going to shred with the Guitar Hero 2. Crusty Demons, Brian Eckberg is going to come by and show us this weird, I guess, like, satanic motocross game.
And he's going to shred!
And that will also shred! I'm also going to be playing some Point Blank DS for the Nintendo DS. We're going to have Prey for the PC with Brad Shoemaker. We're going to have a huge, awesome Chromehounds multiplayer game for the Xbox 360. We got a bunch of guys from Sega here.
We do actually. I believe they're already getting their match on. They're getting ready right now. Do we have a look at the Sega team and GameSpot editors who are standing by right now and play? There they are, getting ready right now.
They're polishing up the Chrome as we speak.
We gave them some posh accommodations on the other side of the wall. And we're going to have Justin Lambros, who you may remember from about 15 million awesome stage demos from E3 2006. He'll be sitting where you are right now, Jeff Gersman.
We'll have to move then.
We're going to give away some games.
Like that.
Yeah, no, you'll move over. All right. But first.
Okay.
But first.
What?
But first, last Friday, Eidos came by with a game that we recently reviewed on the site, Urban Chaos Riot Response.
That game's crazy.
It is. It's well, let's not ruin it. Let's just see what the experience that Kevin Gill and I had last Friday in this very studio. Check it out. All right, thanks. I'm guessing it's Friday right now. We're recording a bit for the show next week. Enjoy it. We're joined now by Kevin Gill, product manager, senior product manager.
That's right, brother.
Senior product manager. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me in today.
Oh, it's no problem. What game did you bring with you today?
I brought with me today Urban Chaos Riot Response for PS2 and Xbox.
This sounds like a very calm and peaceful game. A lot of
The original name was Serene Streets, and we had to change the name due to legal reasons. We just went with Urban Chaos.
So it's like an urban restoration project. You're just putting up shelters and stuff.
It's kind of like a God game sort of sim where you're building parks and recreation areas, families, dogs, and also the handy-capable.
But it's actually it's actually none of that though.
Right. No. Yeah. Urban Chaos is a wildly explosive first-person shooter. It's got a real heroic element to it, which is a little different from some of the other games these days, and kind of a world of hip-hop and thugged-out crime-based stuff. Urban Chaos is unique in that it allows you to be the hero. You are the, by any means necessary, law enforcement officer trying to take the city back from a bloodthirsty gang. But you're not going to be able to do it alone. You're going to be teaming up with paramedics and firemen along the way to make it all happen.
Oh, cool. We're looking at the game right now as being played by our own Justin. Thank you, Justin. We appreciate this, by the way. But tell us a little bit about who you are and the team you're on. What makes them unique.
Sure. Well, you're Nick Mason, and you're part of T-Zero. They're a newly appointed and newly created law enforcement group created by the mayor in response to this gang terror that's taken over the city. Your objectives are to keep the peace by any means necessary. Along the way, you have military-grade hardware to take down these gangs. You also have the ability to pick up and utilize any of the gang's weapons. So while you have your tasers and your combat shotguns and assault rifles and things of that nature, you can also pick up a gang leader's circular saw or hatchet and things of that nature. So it can get really, really violent fun.
Very cool, and we just saw Justin bust out the taser right there, and you can use weapons like that to incapacitate, but you can also go a little further, right?
Exactly, and we try to have everything have some depth to it. So with something like the taser, you often have an objective where there may be one person in the entire level who's got a piece of information that's going to lead you to the next level. He needs to be taken in alive, so you can use your taser to take him in alive. You can take in other people alive as well, but what's interesting is if you're a little heavy on that trigger, if you keep holding that taser button down, it's almost like you end up like a drummer from Spinal Tap. It's a case of severe internal and external combustion. We know, before we even talk about weapons, one of the really unique things that plays a part in that offensive and defensive system of Urban Chaos is the Riot Shield. Your Riot Shield is essentially indestructible. The gameplay balance comes from, while your shield is up, you can't take damage, but at the same time, you can't harm other enemies or shoot them or incapacitate them in any way.
You can get some blood stains on it as well.
Yeah, and in the same way that the taser can be used for lethal and non-lethal means, the shield is a defensive weapon, but you can bust somebody's face apart with it and get a nice bloody face print on the shield. The shield almost becomes your blog, if you will, of your journey through the level, as every bloody face print, every bullet hole, and every hatchet cleaver mark is there for you to reflect.
It's the guest book.
Exactly. Sign in,
right
please.
there.
Sign in, please, homicidal gang.
Very nice, very nice. All right, so tell us a little bit more about how you're going to work with people. So look, we saw a little bit of Justin right there with the EMT.
Sure.
Looks like you just give out orders real simply.
Yeah,
we
tried not to make to get too overly complex. There's a lot of great games that do strategy and squad-based commands really well. We're not trying to be the industry leader in squad technology. We're a very fast-paced game, and we wanted to keep the command simple. So you're working with a fireman, you can command him, break down that obstacle, chop down that door, put out that fire sort of thing. You can, what's interesting though is once you're working with these people, besides the commands you're giving them, they're assigned to you. As you can see, our esteemed colleague Walt Walker, his name and life bar, Walt isn't looking too good right now.
No.
So we're working to save him, but it's also their life. You're responsible for these people's lives while they're assigned to you or working with you. So if they die, it's a level over. If any of the innocents die along the way, it's a level over. So you're really teaming up with all the kind of the day-to-day civic superheroes is what I call them. It's the civic superheroes working together to bring the city back using simple commands and explosive gameplay.
Sounds fun. All right, we're running out of time here real quickly. How many levels is a single-player mission? And tell us about multiplayer.
Sure. Urban Chaos is 11 full-on levels, 6 unlockable scenarios. It takes place through a calendar year, so you get a nice feeling of time passing and seasons changing. Multiplayer is really exciting. There's 9 maps in total. It is cops versus gangs, so to speak. There are some unique gameplay elements there. There's elements where if you're playing on the gang side, you have to go and destroy the police trucks, which are just deploying police to the area. You may have to, the police are escorting hostages, the gang is trying to destroy those hostages, and of course everyone's favorite, King of the Hill.
Nice.
So whether it's single player or multiplayer, Urban Chaos is the move, and you know what? It's in stores now.
Oh my gosh! It's next Tuesday or last Tuesday, depending on what your frame of reference is.
Exactly, right? Exactly. It's in stores now. I'm getting word in my it is in stores now. I'm getting
what do you
word
have
in my ear.
I don't even have a thing in my ear.
You know, that's an Eidos thing.
Oh, okay, sure. Xbox,
Robot
PlayStation
dancing.
2.
That's right.
Oh, there's another one.
Thanks for your time, man.
Thank
really
you, Kevin.
appreciate the
Appreciate
opportunity.
coming by. Let's move on with the rest of the show.
Thanks, me. I love doing that. That's Urban Chaos Riot Response. And later on in the show, we are actually going to be giving away 3 PlayStation 2 copies of the game and 3 Xbox copies of the game to our paid subscribers. So stay tuned for that. Right now, though, I'm joined once again, it feels like, by Justin Lambrose. Hello, Justin.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. You're producer with Sega.
Yes.
And you have brought with you Chromehounds.
Indeed.
Now, we saw a little bit of it on the stage during E3. Thank you for bringing it by. Sure. Now, we actually have the game here, like a million copies of it, because we're playing some multiplayer.
Yes.
What can you tell us about the multiplayer? Last week we saw the single player. We made Brad stomp on a bunch of like little tanks and people. What's the main difference between the single player and the multiplayer?
Well, the multiplayer is huge. It's really one of the big aspects of the game that's going to really grab gamers. So we've got a huge amount of online modes. We've got all the standard things that you'd expect. You know, the deathmatch, capture the flag. We've got team battles, survival. We've got checkpoint battles, all sorts of things you can do. Jump on live and kind of have a quick deathmatch with your friend. And in addition to that, we've got a persistent world mode called the Neuromus War, which is a huge campaign that's going to go on for weeks and weeks, where you actually align yourself, you join a squad, you align yourself with one of 3 fictionalized countries, and you kind of essentially battle to take over the world. And you expand your borders, you unlock new parts, so you can customize your hound, you earn money, you can take part in all sorts of things like elections and lotteries, and and some really cool stuff that we've done actually in addition to Xbox Live, because we're using what they call the Xbox LSP, which is the live server proxy from software. The developers of the game have this external server house to allow for these detail squad rankings and all the other features that I mentioned in the Enormous War.
Very cool. And right now we are following along with Brad again. He's playing the multiplayer mode.
Cool.
What kind of match are we seeing today?
This is one of my favorite types. It's called the Unlimited match. So this is kind of the most carnage that you'll see in the game. Essentially, this is unlimited respawns, unlimited ammo. So a hound like Brad's, he's got this defender. He's got a huge amount of rockets, machine guns, sniper cannon, and he can just lay waste to people. And not worry about running out of ammo. And every time he gets destroyed, if that happens, he'll respawn. And it's just a great way to get in and really have fun with the game and see all the destruction and the fun that you can have.
Awesome. What kind? Now you say so unlimited respawns here. When you die, is this you going to reappear immediately where you died? Do you have to come back to a certain point?
There are spawn points throughout, so there'll be different bases and other things you'll come in proximity to. So. Some things that'll allow kind of mix up the gameplay a little bit.
Take them down, Brad. Let's talk about customizing the mechs. Obviously, the garage plays a big part in the online mode. Who would you take out online? What kind of mech you gonna roll out there with?
Well, I really like the heavy mechs, the big, burly, little tank treads. You've got the ability to just pile on tons of rockets, and you can put howitzers, heavy artillery, all sorts of stuff. So that's the kind of thing I like to do. Other people, they like the small, quick ones. You can get a sniper, you can run around, get communication checkpoints, and take people out from a long distance. Really. What's cool about this game is there's 6 different types, kind of the standard roles that you'd play: the soldier, the sniper, the scout, defender, heavy gunner, and the commander.
Right.
And each of those different modes, but you're not locked in to pick one of those. You can do a total hybrid of anything you want. So if you like the heavy guns, but you also like to be a sniper, you can kind of pile those on and combine those two. So really, it's anything you want to do to customize not only to your gameplay, but then to your visual style as well.
Is heat a concern in the game? Do you have to worry when you pack on a whole lot of heavy weapons that you're going to generate a lot of heat and overheat and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we've got, there's a lot of assist parts in addition to just having your cockpit, your generator, tank treads, or your wheels, and all of the armaments. You've got assist parts like heat sinks. You've got ability to make sure that your generator doesn't overheat. You don't run out of fuel. You can actually add extra armor to customize, protect your favorite weapon, that sort of thing.
Brad, actually, if you could you give us a shot of Brian Ekberg's mech? I know he's rolling around with the pretty and pink polka dots. He's out there somewhere. Ryan Davis, do you have any questions for us from the audience?
Yeah, Joe P. from Wisconsin wants to know, does Chromehound have any multiplayer exclusive weapons or updates?
Well, there are going to be downloadable weapons that we're going to have after release. You're going to be able to purchase through Xbox Live Marketplace.
Nice.
And those are going to be things you can add to join in. When you join in the online game, you can really increase your firepower and have new and different things to kind of expand the life of the game. We want people to get online and be playing this game for a long time.
Is that going to be free? Is that something you have to pay for?
We're planning on having to pay for. We've got a whole bunch of different weapons. We've got different color schemes and different weapons. So we're going to give you a lot of value for your Microsoft points. Thinking about like 100 Microsoft points. We want a little something to entice people to keep going and further their customization.
Now, I remember one of the first thoughts that came to some of the GameSpot editors when the marketplace was announced. There's the pink polka dots right there. One of the first concerns was that when new weapons become available for a game like this, like the developers might be tempted to just make this really super powerful weapon and then charge money for it, and then it's going to be how much more you're willing to spend will be how well you play in an online game. Are you guys making super powerful weapons? Are you balancing it out?
It's absolutely. I think one of the great aspects of being able to add new weapons is to balance stuff out, because there's a ton of super powerful things in there now. And essentially what we're doing too is balancing out, there's 3 allegiances that you can pick, and these 3 fictionalized countries each have their own visual style and type of weapons. We want to make sure we balance out and make sure that every country and every visual style has the full complement of weapons. So that's really what we're going to be doing. We do have an opportunity to balance out if there's anything that we find that is super powerful. We can have a countermeasure introduced, or we can have another weapon to kind of add to the mix.
So you're not going to sell like a one-shot nuke kill for $10?
Nope.
It's tempting, though.
I know. It's like,
tempting.
It's an idea. But yeah, we definitely want to keep that, the customization is the key. So we want a lot of different parts, a lot of different pieces, a lot of different ways for people to, kind of figure out the strategy in the garage, then they can take it out on the battlefield and have, kind of an advantage that way.
Cool. Ryan Davis, more questions, please.
Tim Clark from Coronado wants to know, is there going to be a map editor in Chromehounds?
No, actually, it's going to ship with about 80 multiplayer maps, so there's going to be a ton of maps that we have.
That's enough.
Yeah. And so it's very much, we want to make sure that each one is fun and they're all varied and that sort of thing. So I think the team spent a lot of time getting all the details. You'll see a lot of the graphical touches in the environments and stuff. We want to make sure all the explodable objects and all that stuff. Somebody built a map. I'm sure they just build all the gas tanks on top of each other and have an explosion that could lay waste the whole thing.
So you guys just need to build one of those and throw it in there, and you're good to go.
So I'll ask for Jeff and Ryan's sake, how are the achievement points in Chromehounds?
Actually, for our users too, people
want to know.
People want to know about the points.
Well, there's some achievement points for going through the single player mode. There's a huge 44 single player missions. They serve as not only a tutorial to kind of get you online. You can learn all the 6 different role types, but you also get to see the backstory of the game. So you can get achievement points for then securing and beating all those 44 missions. And then a lot of our achievements are based on the online mode. That's really where we want people to spend their time. So you'll be rewarded for being online, for how successful your squad is, how many matches you win, the experience or merit that you get. So there's a lot of different ways that we want to make sure that people are on there fighting, and we're going to reward them definitely for that.
Ryan Davis, one last question, please.
Remy Yusuf in Fairfax, Virginia wants to know, is there any cooperative play?
Absolutely. I mean, the whole persistent world mode is you can go with up to 6-on-6 battles. So you're going to have squad mates, next to you. You can do a 2-on-2. You can go versus the computer. Hopefully, most of the time you'll be going against, the enemy because there'll be tons of people on the server to battle with. But yeah, so I mean, all the squad-based stuff is definitely cooperative gameplay.
Great. And my final question that I have for you then is the game is coming out in July.
Yep.
We appreciate that. The summer kind of has a rep for being like a slow spot for new releases. Is that just something that happened with timing? Was that a purposeful decision on your part, or?
Well, it was always planned to come out in the summer, so that was kind of one of the things we wanted. I think this online game, a lot of the kids are out of school and you got time to jump online and play the games. We're hoping we're kind of hitting that window. It's a sweet spot too for the Xbox 360. There was the original launch rush, and then there was in the spring there was a bit of a rush. Now we're kind of hitting after that and hopefully filling that need for some more new online gaming.
Very nice, very nice. And the game is Chromehounds. When's it coming out, Justin?
July 11th.
July 11th.
Yep.
Thank you very much, sir. You guys done with it? Is it all?
Yep.
It's gone gold.
It's gone gold. It's in the bag. Yep. We're very excited. So it's definitely be out in stores July 11th. So check it out.
Great. Thank you for coming by, sir.
You're very welcome.
We appreciate it. Jeff, what do you think? Giant mechs and squad mechanics. It's kind of like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, pretty much. It's got the squad tactics. The persistent world stuff sounds like a really neat idea. Just being able to come back to it over and over again and kind of take over the same territories and really kind of roll over all the other people that aren't dedicated enough to keep playing. And as far as the points are concerned, 2 copies of the game. One guy willing to lose, one guy willing to win. I'll get the points. Don't worry about it.
Jeff, I'm in.
All right,
Justin, we're gonna let you enjoy your. I'm sure you're gonna get a little vacation now that the game's on. Maybe.
Well,
you got other games to work on, don't you?
Yeah,
you do. I totally forgot.
One or the other, so yeah.
Very cool. And Brad asked me to work the phrase in. I'd say the squad mechanics and the giant mechs is kind of like the best of both worlds. A peanut butter and banana sandwich, right, Brad Shoemaker?
Totally.
What game you got over there, sir?
Not as good as banana and mayonnaise, though.
Gross.
Gross.
Ew.
Southern delicacy, man.
What? Oh.
Don't look at me.
Oh, all right. Well,
tasty.
Brad, how's it going? You were enjoying yourself some Chromehounds.
I'm
You were
still
shooting
kind of
robots.
shaky from that.
All right, quick transition.
That was a heated match, but
Native Americans in space.
okay, yeah. Now I'm shooting
Prey.
aliens.
Now we're
Yes, okay.
checking out Prey.
Now we're playing Prey.
So we're looking at Prey for the PC
Yeah,
right here.
let's jump right into
jump
Prey.
right into this. So, quick backstory. You're interdimensional crazy
Aliens.
first-person
Okay,
shooter.
yeah. So you're Tommy. You're this Cherokee guy. You are abducted with your girlfriend and your grandfather off your reservation by these nasty aliens, and so basically you are up on their ship, just trying to do whatever you can to survive and kill them and get away and get your girl back, hopefully. So.
Excellent.
So here we are. I'm running around shooting stuff. It's crazy. It's all bio. You can see the levels have this really biomechanical kind of.
Now, this is the Doom 3 engine,
Yeah,
right?
kind of a creepy looking design going on here.
How much of this game have you played so far, Brad?
This is the demo that's actually going to come out a week from today.
Oh, excellent. So
we
people will be able to play this very demo in a week from now.
We will actually be premiering this demo on our site. So it's about probably the first 45 minutes or so of the game.
Oh, wow.
Maybe an hour.
So this is actually like the beginning, kind of just like
yeah,
Half-Life style.
It's a good meaty chunk, and I'm going to actually interrupt your spiel to show off the portal technology.
So this is like kind of like one of the big gameplay gimmicks in Prey.
Probably the most unique thing they're doing in the game. They've got these portals that show up that the aliens use to get around. So at first they just kind of start popping out of thin air.
Okay.
And essentially, as you can see here, the portal is
That's
just kind of this,
not what's back there.
Yeah, it's just like this bend in space. It's really cool, actually.
That is very cool. And so just in
and-
that hole, there's a whole other environment.
This is like a whole
so
other different part of the level.
Hop
and you
through
just
that
go
and
right
you're
through
somewhere else.
And you can walk right back and forth. You can shoot through there.
Now, is there any way to close up these portals? Or they just kind
No,
of
it's-
pop up on their own?
It's all kind of scripted by the game.
Okay.
So. But, they do a lot of cool little kind of unique puzzles and stuff with them. So it's a neat addition to the game. most definitely.
Well, let's see more monsters to shoot. Man.
Okay, yeah, I'm
I like
getting there.
this bio robot stuff.
Yeah, I would actually like to point out, I don't know if you guys can hear at home, that Art Bell is actually broadcasting through this screen right here. They went and got like famous conspiracy theorist radio guy Art Bell to do a bunch of voiceover. So he's talking about like the alien abduction that you have been a part of, essentially. Just kind of a neat little UFO kind of thing.
Kevin Moynihan from Cork, Ireland wants to know how central the story is to the experience in Prey. Is this like real run and gun, or is there a lot of kind of like exposition, like Half-Life style stuff, or more Medal of Honor?
You actually run into the characters that you know off and on, at least from what I've seen so far. Once you're in this alien ship, like you'll see them off and on. So it's not just straight action. Especially at the beginning, there's a lot of story elements. You know, I can't speak for later on in the game, but
right, because you've only seen the first 45 minutes or so.
For now, at least, yeah, there's a decent amount of kind of character interaction. So, and actually, here is another cool thing they're doing in this game. They've got these basically these sort of gravity pads along the wall where
you're just gonna walk up the wall.
Yeah, like essentially, like here's a wall, and all of a sudden, oh god, I'm walking up the wall.
So it seems like there's a lot of like just messing with perspective.
Yeah. You know, I personally don't have any kind of problem with motion sickness playing first-person shooters, but I've gotten actually kind of a little woozy playing this game.
This game's kind of gotten to your stomach.
Yeah. I mean, there's some really kind of innovative, unique stuff in here.
What is this creepy weapon that you're shooting with? This thing doesn't look right.
Well,
obviously you're using some sort of alien technology here.
You go up on the ship with nothing but a pipe wrench. So basically everything you find to defend yourself is going to be alien technology, and it's all got this weird kind of living biomechanical thing going on.
So, like, what would you compare this weapon that you're using now to
this is
conventional?
It's like a machine gun.
Just like a regular machine gun.
Yeah, and then everything has an alt fire in this game. And
so that guy just died and then fell from the ceiling because that's where you're standing right now.
I'm actually on the ceiling right now.
Oh yeah, this game's gonna make me hurl.
Yeah. See, here we go. I'm going back. See, oh god, those guys are upside down.
Those guys are on the ground.
And I'm killing them. So here I go back down the wall, and now I'm back on the floor.
How many other weapons have you actually encountered in this?
Oh, there's another portal. There's one more weapon in the single-player portion of this demo. It's kind of a more powerful rapid-fire gun. There's also a multiplayer part in this demo, and there's actually like 6 weapons in there. I mean, all the weapons are basically going to follow the first-person shooter conventions that you're used to. I mean, there's a shotgun, a rocket launcher, all that kind of thing, a chain gun. But I mean, they all have this really creepy, kind of moving, living design to them. Here's another cool thing they're doing with the portals in this game, where like you see this little kind of miniature planet here pop through this portal, and then all of a sudden you're on it, and so they're actually kind of messing with proportion in addition to your space.
Oh god! So you're on a tiny planet in a box.
Well, I was just in this room, and now I'm tiny in the box, and this guy.
It's kind of like a Duke Nukem 3D shrink gun kind of
sort
thing
of,
going
something
on.
like that.
Well, you're truly the littlest prince now.
You can say that.
Hey Ryan, David.
Hi.
I have an announcement to make regarding Prey. I'm not sure if you're aware of this yet.
What's that?
There's going to be a Prey demo debuting on GameSpot next Wednesday.
We were totally talking about that earlier.
That would be an awesome announcement if I hadn't
about it. How did you know about it?
If I hadn't just said that.
I'm sorry.
Who wrote the note?
Oh my God. The portals.
Okay,
Maybe you weren't supposed to say that, Brad.
Folding in on it.
Sorry. Okay, I totally screwed up. Okay, so I'm actually going to. Well, I was going to kill these guys through the portal, but they're already dead.
They're gone. All right, well, to hell with them then.
Yeah.
So this game looks great. There's going to be a demo of it coming out next Thursday, where we'll be... Wednesday.
9 p.m.
The 22nd?
Next Wednesday, 9 p.m.
I don't even know what I'm
we don't know what we're
about.
talking about.
There's a countdown clock on the site right now.
I just play games. I don't actually know anything.
All right, well, let's not ruin any more of the surprise for the people,
Okay.
Brad. Let's let them see the rest of this for themselves.
Okay.
Brad, thanks a lot for coming by and showing off the game.
Absolutely.
Up next, we actually have, earlier this week, or it was over the weekend, there was a last week, there was a, 4 years ago, no, last week there was a Sex and Games conference here in San Francisco, and we went there to check it out, and here's a little look at what they had to say.
Downtown San Francisco last week was the home of the Sex and Video Games Conference, a 2-day event that hosted a number of panels and speakers talking about video games and how they relate to sex. Amongst the panel members were developers from a number of different games that feature sex, including Second Life, Playboy the Mansion, and Virtually Jenna. The panel members discussed why people are interested in their games.
Everybody seems to be really happy with floppy stuff that we did recently. So we were getting a lot of people suggesting, mostly females and mostly straight females, saying they would like to have lesbian sex.
the age groups that they mean to target,
18 to 49-year-old females, 18 to 34-year-olds.
the countries that appreciate their games the most,
U.S. is a vast majority. We're probably about 75% U.S. The majority, I think about 70% of our traffic is English-speaking North American.
and their surprisingly large female demographic.
About 50-50 gender balance. Gender families is 50-50, 50 female, 50 male. The amount of female players is another surprise, or is a similar surprise.
On the subject of female interest in games, designer, author, and general female game interest expert Sherry Grainer-Ray talked about how to get women to play games, particular M-rated games. Her reasoning? Well, simply that the erotic romance novels are the fastest growing segment of the romance novel market. They're read mostly by women and available at mainstream bookseller stores everywhere, going so far as to encourage the audience members to check for themselves.
That alone tells us right there, women want sexually oriented entertainment.
Sherry's talk centered around the debunking of several myths and misconceptions that people have regarding female video game playing habits. She began by stating, frankly, any woman attending the conference was not her target audience, but rather she was concerned about how to enlist the woman walking down the street who normally shows no interest in games or being classified as a gamer. One of the more common myths, she claimed, is that women are afraid of computers. Citing game demo loops and tutorial levels as examples, she said that most games are designed towards the typically male method of learning.
She's not comfortable learning in an explorative, risk-taking manner. She wants to learn via modeling or imitating. She wants to watch you play until she figures it out.
It's not that women are afraid of computers, she stated, it's that games don't often appeal to their learning preferences. Another myth she sought to dispel is that male video game characters are as exaggerated as female characters in games. She agreed that both male and female characters are often built in idealistic ways and dressed unrealistically, but that the representations differ in one very crucial way. Unlike their male counterparts, female characters are always displayed as sexually receptive.
So she looks like, physically she's ready for sex. We dress her to say, look at me, I'm ready for sex. And then we pose her to say, come to me now, baby.
If a male game character were portrayed as sexually receptive, he'd look more like a Calvin Klein model and less like Master Chief. Though most of the conference centered around games that explicitly deal with sex, it's important to note the use of sex in mainstream games such as God of War, Indigo Prophecy, and even those with heavy chat elements like World of Warcraft. Sex might be considered taboo, but developers know that it's also extremely marketable. For more information about Sex in Video Games Conference, check out sexinvideogames.com.
And we're back.
Yeah.
And you were at the Sex and Video Games Conference. How was that weird? What was the tone there like?
You know, I mean, everyone there was an adult, so it was fairly mature.
There wasn't a lot of just like.
I will admit there were a couple times where I felt a little uncomfortable. I actually give mad props to Vinny, who was the camera guy for that, for putting that together when a lot of the stuff that he filmed is not appropriate for our site.
Yes.
So
there would have to be lots of bleeping.
yeah, a lot of people wanted us to put their games on, like some footage of their games on the site, and there was just nothing in the game. It was all, I mean, everything that was said and done was like naked and sex and graphic. But it was really interesting, and I had a good time. I will say, you know, there were a couple moments where I was like, oh my God, what am I doing here?
So what do you think personally? Just like, is there a future there? Is that legitimate?
Yeah, no, I actually think that, you know, one of the things that I was talking about with some of the people there was that people say, you know, the internet and VHS and a lot of mediums have become prolific because of porn.
Right.
So one of the things I'm trying to kick around in my head is if porn were viable on like a console, would there be consoles in everyone's home because so-and-so's dad would have it for his, or mom, for their porn collection?
Or the kid.
Stop snickering, Rich, come on. Or the kid, I'm just saying, if...
Everybody loves porn.
If porn were transmitted... that sounds bad. Anyway, yes, I think there's a future.
Very cool stuff. But now we're going to play shooting games.
Yeah, so tell me about this game. This is Point Blank.
Point Blank DS. Now, Point Blank originally started off in the arcades. It was just a series of light gun games. And it was cool because they, you know, took your standard light gun game convention and turned it into something a lot more puzzly. So now what they've done is they've taken the light gun game and they've put it onto the DS and replaced the light gun with stylus control.
Okay, so how does that work?
So I'm just going to jump into a game here so we'll go into the brain massage mode here. This is one of the new modes in Point Blank DS. This is kind of like a take on like the Brain Age and Big Brain Academy stuff, where it like tries to tell you how smart you are based on how you perform.
Right.
A little less serious here. It's just a collection of mini games, basically. In this one here, I want to shoot 5 identical targets to the sample. We're just going to jump in and see if I can do it. Boom, shot.
So, how does this differentiate from a game like WarioWare or any other mini
It's
games?
very similar to WarioWare. In fact, I'm sure that the WarioWare folks actually owe quite a bit of their success to Point Blank because the style and the structure is very similar. Obviously, the difference here is that since it's translating a shooting game, all of the motion is just tapping on the screen. There's not like line drawing or blowing into the microphone or anything like that.
So does that get repetitive after a little while?
Yeah.
Or? Yes.
Honestly, it does. It's like it's very cool, and it's pretty clever the way that they were able to get these shooting mechanics onto the DS this way. But eventually, you know, you get a little tired of just shooting at these little red ducks all the time. But as you can see, the variety of these games is pretty bizarre. This last one, I was trying to match items. This one, I'm shooting the right colored ducks and not shooting the wrong colored ducks and avoiding the bombs. And
I saw something where you were shearing sheep by shooting them.
yes, that is a good old classic standby point blank game where you have to shear sheep with guns.
It seems so wrong.
That's the right way to do it. It's the old-fashioned way.
So, what do you think? Do you think anything is lost in translation from the going from a light gun to the stylus?
Some of it, I mean, there's included in here. What am I doing in this one? Okay. Some of the games. Oh, shooting things. Thank you for that, Rich. There's a small collection of games that were originally coin-op machines that Namco put out that they digitized and put in here. Those don't translate so well. Those were kind of cool in the original Point Blank games because it was like you had the PlayStation version, and you could play.
Sex on the face.
They totally screwed up my game on that one.
Sorry.
I failed because of
I'm going to
that.
ask you one question.
Go.
Ollie Teal, Wakefield, England wants to know: does the game seem too easy without the light gun element, or how is it?
No, it's still very difficult on the hardest difficulties. It's still. Part of it is that the targets themselves get smaller as you go, so it definitely becomes more difficult to keep up. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much for showing this. When this is reviewed by you.
It's out now, and
when's the
reviews going up today.
Fantastic. So if people want to know what you gave it, can you tell me what you gave it?
No.
Darn. All
They
right.
will just stick around on the
So
site.
stick around for the site.
Sorry.
Next up, we have some crusty demons.
We sure do have some
That's a great throw. Good job.
Like your demons crusty.
Let me ask one more question, actually, because
All right, fine.
since it is a shooting game and we have to ask this kind of question, it's from Kevin Fry in Seatown, New Hampshire. I've never heard of Seatown being from New Hampshire, but that concerns me. But do you shoot any dudes in this game, Ryan Davis?
Well, you shoot cardboard cutouts of like cowboys and ninjas and gangsters,
Do you
but
shoot them in the face?
you can shoot them in the face. It
as long
doesn't
as
make
Jeff
any
can
difference.
yell, you shoot dudes in the that dude got shot in the face.
Yeah,
It's a
that dude
shooting,
can
yeah.
get shot in the face. So
But they're not technically dudes.
technically cutouts of dudes.
That cardboard cutout of that dude got shot. It just doesn't have the same
doesn't
ring
work.
to it. You know?
Anyways,
It's
Brian
just-
Eckberg has joined us. Hello, Brian Eckberg.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm crusty.
Yeah, you're crusty.
Feeling
Word.
crusty. Yeah.
All right, now you brought with you Crusty Demons.
Crusty Demon's a game that everyone has been curious about.
Oh, we've been talking about it for years.
Absolutely,
Yeah. No.
Yeah, maybe not.
What is
Well,
it?
anyway, Crusty Demons, we saw it at E3 this year, and basically it's like I guess what attracted us all to it was the name. I mean, what the heck
Right.
is Crusty Demons?
And the trailer.
And the trailer, right.
Yeah.
The trailer was pretty crazy, but what it is basically is just an extreme sort of motocross game, but the name sort of refers to a group of real-life guys that are actually crusty but not demons.
Okay.
But they are sort of motocross drivers, and they hang out together, and the conceit of the game here is that group of guys sort of died performing their death-defying stunts.
Can you die for us real quick?
Sure. And they sign a deal with the devil. Oh, just like that. They died just like that.
Jesus.
They sign a deal with the devil, and then the devil says, okay, well, I'll give you invincible bodies. You can't die, but you have to do the devil's work on your lawnmower.
So it's like Constantine or something.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Do you have to stand in a puddle of water at any point in this game?
Sure.
See, we asked you to bring the game on here not because it's like an amazing game or anything like that,
No.
but because of this right here.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you gonna do?
We're here in Rio, of course,
Right.
and we're going to talk to this young lady, Carnival, and what she's saying is that this guy in the bird suit, he was peeping on us when we were changing clothes. Why don't you drag him in the back of your lawnmower and teach him a little lesson?
Do it.
And, sure, why not? So, sort of grab him like that. Okay, now he's attached. Now what we got to do is sort of drag them along and find some things to run into.
Okay.
And you got to hit 20 things.
But specific things. It
Yeah.
can't like be a car.
No, it has to be like these trash cans. The good thing is that the game's physics are there. So that's the best thing I can say about it at this point.
There you go. That counts. That light bulb counts.
So we got that, and we'll see some. If I can find some tables, I think there's some tables over here we can hit.
That is a pretty good blood trail that he's leaving.
Yeah, definitely. This is kind of hard for me to watch because, as you guys know, a lot of my friends died at carnival-related dragging accidents.
Yeah.
But still, this is.
But would you say this is true to life then?
Well, yeah. I mean, this is carnival. Everything, what happens in Rio stays
Right.
in Rio. That type of thing. Yeah. Here's some more things. These little. Oh, see, I died.
So is the mission over?
No, I have to start over, and I just drag them along. I've hit 3 things, but
You have to hit 20 in 2 minutes or something like that?
yeah.
What kind of other tasks?
Yeah, you get basically devil points. A lot of the game revolves around stringing together like Tony Hawk-like combos on these, half pipes and things. Typically, you're on a motorbike in the game, or a motorcycle, but this one required a lawnmower. And devil points basically add to your combo total. So there's a lot of different really weird stunts in this game. Like you have to launch yourself off of the bike and into these giant balloons of cows. These cow balloons that you have to launch yourself into.
Oh, I understand.
So it's got a little bit of like flat out with the kind of
a little bit of flat
make
out.
yourself wreck.
It's definitely got that kind of feel where you're definitely wanting to mess yourself up as much as possible.
Definitely got that kind of feel where it's kind of screwed up.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Feel is the wrong word for this game, I think. But how many games do you get to drag chicken guys around?
Like most of them at this point.
Yeah,
most of them are
true.
World War II themed first-person shooters, though. So it's good to see them taking dude dragging to a new genre.
It's just nice to see hate crimes coming in, at the end of the Xbox generation. It's great.
Well, thank you, Brian. When can we expect more on Crusty Demons on the site?
I'll have my full review tomorrow.
Okay. Can we just get a nice 10-minute gameplay movie as well of Parrot Dude getting dragged around?
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing because nothing else is worth it.
Well, thank you for this preview of your review, sir.
My pleasure.
Right now, though, speaking of the devil and being crusty, I guess, the highlight of the show. Actually, no, Chromehounds might have been the highlight of the show, or Prey. We've had a triumvirate of highlights here, and here with the third one. Alex Navarro, Ryan Davis. Turn up to 11, fellas.
So Alex came over and he brought me this guitar.
He gave you that guitar?
He gave me this guitar.
He gave you that guitar?
He gave me this guitar. And he also brought the E3 build of Chromehounds, so we're gonna play Chromehounds.
He gave me this guitar here too.
Special guitar controllers for mech action.
We're gonna shred. Now, the big deal in Guitar Hero 2 is the fact that you can now play as both lead guitar, rhythm guitar, and bass.
Well, yeah, lead guitar and or bass or guitar, rhythm guitar.
It's one or the other. Co-op now. It's no longer competitive. Or there's also a competitive, but we're going to play co-op.
We're playing co-op. That's what we're doing.
I'm just going to shut up.
All right, we're just going to play. So let's start with a little bass action here.
Okay.
You're going to be the bass player here.
That's terrifying because this song
bass player.
We're playing.
Nobody likes the bass player.
All right, Jonah Fishman, this is the Primus song.
Except in Primus. Nobody likes the bass player except when you're in Primus.
And Geddy Lee.
So we're going to go hard.
We're going to go hard because I don't fear anything.
No, you don't.
Oh, Director Tim, bring down the smack!
Let's talk more rock.
We're going to turn a camera on you. You keep talking like that, Tim.
What? All right, so you're going to be Les Claypool,
else.
and I don't know. I got to say, I wish I was playing Les Claypool because Larry Long kind of sucks, but whatever.
We'll just give people an idea of what the co-op mode looks like and
Yes.
kind of how the bass differs from the lead guitar.
Yes, in that the bass part in this song is way more interesting.
And this song is actually really interesting because they actually got the original
track.
The original track.
This is not a cover.
Now when we rock out, we both have to rock out.
Oh, what did you just do there, man?
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention.
No, you're not. Pay attention.
All right.
Don't talk. Just rock. God. So as you can see, the bass action is considerably different than the guitar part. More fun in this song, that's for damn sure. Ryan is steeped in thought. Can't speak right now. I'm multi-talented like this, so I can talk and play at the same time. All right, so you know what? That's enough of that song.
So that's the bass version.
That's the bass version.
What else can you do in this game?
Well, let's see. There's this little thing called rhythm guitar. Perhaps you've heard of it. People playing guitar that isn't lead.
What? So we're gonna do Strutter.
Yes, we are.
Hey, Dave, stop killing me with the volume.
Seriously, man, you're killing.
We're good over here.
You're killing your father, Larry. All right.
You're messing me up with that volume.
So we're gonna do a little Kiss action here with a little rhythm guitar.
I'm gonna use the crazy. Yes, the Rising Sun.
No, wait. All right. Who's lead guitar in Kiss and who's rhythm guitar? Someone tell me.
Ace Frehley's lead.
Ace Frehley's lead? Okay, so I'm Ace Frehley. What does that make you?
Paul
Peter Chris?
Stanley.
I think it's the dude with the
No,
makeup.
wait, Peter Chris is the drummer.
The dude with the makeup.
Vinny
Yeah,
Vincent.
it's the one with the tongue guy's the bass player. That's all I know.
Sure. Whatever you say, man. It's whatever you say.
Paul Stanley.
So while we're waiting for this
It's the star guy, right?
All right, we'll just let you play. We'll ask questions
No, he's
after
the
this.
cat.
Yes.
You're thinking of the cat.
The cat is the drummer.
It's Peter Chris.
I know. I have to say, this it's still really a whole lot of fun. You might think it's.
So we're getting a lot of questions in right now. People are asking us a lot of specifics about the game, but
Go for it.
all this is that we got a copy of the E3 demo. So we're not really learning anything more about the game except we're getting more time on it and getting to show you more of it. Am I right in saying this?
Yeah, exactly. This is all stuff that they showed back at E3. Same song list, so they haven't announced any new songs as part of this or anything like that. We still don't know the bulk of the song list. I have high hopes for it because, frankly, I don't much care for what's in this version so far.
Really?
So hopefully they'll add some better stuff.
Do you guys have any pointers, by the way? I made you both play this game live on stage during E3. Do you have any pointers for these guys as they're playing live in front of millions and thousands of people?
Make sure you can actually hear the game.
Yeah,
that helps.
Definitely important.
That was the big prop at E3.
Yeah, and don't, I was smart. I chose wireless amphibians, so I was well within my skill range with that one.
Now that all four of you guys have actually played this game before, have you noticed any differences? Is it all cosmetic? I mean, I know there's like some bigger, crazier chords going on.
There are three-button chords.
In some cases where you have to hit 3 at once. They typically seems like they save those for the end of the song, kind of finale kind of thing. There are spots where you have chords that are 4 buttons apart, which didn't happen a whole lot, I don't think, in the first game.
Tilt, man.
Yeah, like basically when you're playing co-op, you both have to tilt at the same time. That's pretty much those are the key differences so far. But of course, the game's not done yet. This is like a, this build at this point is who knows how old. So who knows what they've done to the game since.
They've added more fire, maybe.
Perhaps more fire, more
there is a bit more in the way of stage fire.
Have you guys been distracted at all, Alex and Ryan, playing this game by the strobe lights from the footage I've seen? And
No.
The strobe lights really get
The only distraction I've found is that in the blackout bar level in this demo, there's a little bit of slowdown in it
here and there.
Yeah.
But other than that,
early build.
It's such an early build. Yeah,
you can't really fault them for that at that point.
All right.
So now we're gonna do an epic rock performance.
We're just gonna keep playing.
You guys keep playing. We'll do the rest of the show. What are you gonna play?
We're gonna play War Pigs
by Black Sabbath.
You know, I always thought the song was Jethro Tull just because of the voice.
I hate you so
no
much.
There's no
A, for even referencing Jethro Tull, and B, for thinking it was Jethro Tull.
He won some Grammys, I think.
Whatever.
That guy.
Listen,
Best metal performance.
You guys didn't even know who Billy Preston was.
Who?
Exactly.
Jerk.
That's Jethro, right?
A couple questions. Andrew from Yorktown, VA wants to know: is the game just as fun as the first Man?
Remember the part where it's Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
Check it out. It's Guitar Hero.
So far, yeah, I've been enjoying what I've played.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think it would come down to how much you like the songs. Like you were saying, you didn't really.
Yeah. So far, not really feeling any of the songs in this version. So, again, it comes down to what they can license and what.
All right,
they
let's
get.
go. Let's go around the room then. Ryan, we'll start with you. Give us some songs or artists you want to see in this game.
How about a real Van Halen song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you already got your one Van Halen song.
That's a fair assessment because
Alex?
you really got me. There's a lot of stuff I would like to see in here. You definitely got to get some Maiden in there. Got to get some Guns N' Roses. I would stay away from the Appetite for Destruction album. That's just me. Too obvious. But yeah, there's any number of directions. Maybe a little. How about some Foo Fighters? Give me some Monkey Wrench.
You just want November Rain so you can play this game with the next junior high dancer DJ.
No, I want a Strange so I can swim with dolphins.
Oh, okay. Jeff?
I think Ryan pretty much hit it right on the head. A real Van Halen song. That was the one thing. If you go back to the review of the original Guitar Hero, I said no Van Halen. This is pretty much the game's one fault. So if the best they can do is Van Halen's cover of "You Really Got Me," that's really disappointing.
Brian?
I think you got to have some AC/DC. I mean, two guitars in that band makes a natural switch for having lead and rhythm. You got to have AC/DC.
Nice.
Nirvana would be nice.
I was gonna say my favorite parts of Guitar Hero actually were when they went a little out of the rock, like when they got some Stevie Ray Vaughan, when you got some Jimi Hendrix in there, a little older stuff. I would really like to see some grunge stuff this time, some Pearl Jam, some Nirvana, Alice in Chains,
Yeah.
a little Jerry Cantrell.
Sure.
Yeah. Cool. See, I can drop guitarist names too, Alex. Yeah, take that.
What? I wasn't even listening.
All right, fine. A lot of people want Tenacious D, they're saying.
Come on.
That's what they say, dude. Track that.
I guess.
That'd be kind of
Tim
funny.
wants
But
Slayer.
Yes.
Striper.
Angel of Death.
Striper.
Rat.
Yeah, some Rat would be good.
John Teague from Central. We had a lot of questions from Virginia today. Centerville, VA. It looks like the MSRP of a Guitar Hero 2 is more than Guitar Hero. Is this because of licensed music, or is the guitar different better than the one in Guitar Hero? Do you guys think they're going to do anything with the new guitar? Or?
I don't think they will.
No.
I mean, at this point, it's like they're trying to sell to people that bought the first Guitar Hero, I think. So they'll probably have to offer it in different configurations, one with the guitar, one without.
If they do a special edition guitar with like a bass neck, I'm sad to say I'll buy that.
That'd be pretty good.
That'd be cool.
Well, I mean, there's been interviews recently with some of the Red Octane guys saying that they're probably gonna do more hero games, and then on top of that they're looking into maybe doing a high-end guitar that would be more like a regular guitar. So the potential's there for them to do all kinds of crazy controller business, but they wouldn't put that out at a game store. That'd be something you probably have to order direct from them.
By the way, I'd like to thank Winston. Apparently, either there's one person from Virginia who's sending us a million questions, or everyone in Virginia is watching the show right now.
VA represents.
Led Zeppelin, obviously.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Got it.
Black
As
Dog.
Is the Holy.
Black Dogs, that's what you want.
They actually,
Black Dog.
The loading screens in the game are different. Some bass player jokes, but one of them says, "Remember, no stairway." So simultaneously
Nice.
a Led Zeppelin and a Wayne's World
That's
reference.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. All right,
Ballroom Blitz, that'd be a good one.
Okay.
The Tia Carrere version, of course.
Yes.
Shall we wrap up the show while we let these guys keep rocking?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do it. Last week, as we gave away a Z-board, Jeff's favorite computer keyboard. You remember that, Jeff?
Yeah.
Hardware guys had it lying around and gave it away.
Yeah.
The
Got it out of here.
It was on the floor.
Exactly. The trivia question was, since it was a keyboard, and Billy Preston, famous keyboardist, passed away. What was your favorite Billy Preston song? Everyone who answered was right because they're all good songs. And the one that was picked was Jared Boyd of Alberta, Canada. He picked "Will It Go Round in Circles," so he wins himself a fabulous Z-board with the Guild Wars Factions attachment key set.
Nice.
I recommend he use it for a week and then send us a video of him breaking it with a bat.
Yeah, actually, that's what you had a good point there, Jeff. We should start handing out some homework on this show.
Yeah.
That's
user videos.
User videos.
Yeah.
We definitely need some user videos. We've been handing out homework a long time on the podcast and the hotspot. Jeff, give us some user video homework.
Well, let's see.
I want to hear from anyone who's bought Crusty Demons.
Yeah. Well, how about we just we make it easy this first week?
Okay.
Record, shoot your best Brad Shoemaker impression, and upload it to the user videos. And
Can I participate?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's open to
it is open to GameSpot employees, and we'll pick out the best ones and air some of them on next week's show.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Get cracking.
Nice.
Brad's gonna kill you, man. He is going to murder you.
Fantastic job on the show today. He did not die once.
Exactly.
In his streak, that's like 7 demos in a row where he's kicked ass.
Brad's on a roll.
He is awesome. Brad is Brad.
He's got
Let's give away
skills.
some copies.
We would all be so lucky as to be more
Brad.
like Brad, which
Exactly.
is why this is the contest.
Let's give away some copies of Urban Chaos Riot Response. Review went up yesterday, 7.8.
Yep.
Greg Mueller, it's a fun game. We're gonna give away 6 copies of it right now.
You can like hold the taser on dudes until they catch on
Until they catch
fire,
fire,
or
and you
something.
can leave forehead blood smears on your shield. That's
Great.
a good time. Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right, well, let's give away 3 copies of it. We'll give away the PlayStation 2 version first. If you want to win a prize, you have to be a paid subscriber. And the player you see right now, a trivia form. You want to click on question number 1 in the drop-down menu. And when I ask this question, select the correct answer, A, B, C, or D. Hit submit. First 3 people to do it right win themselves a PlayStation 2 copy of Urban Chaos Riot Response.
Okay.
Cool. First question is, which of the following was a previous name for Urban Chaos Riot Response? It had 2 previous names before it became Urban Chaos. Was it A, Zero Cool, B, Zero Tolerance, C, Rollout, or D, Know Your Role? Whichever one it is, first 3 people use question
the
number
answer.
1. Hit A, B, C, or D, submit. First 3 people do it right win themselves a PlayStation 2 NTSC version of Urban Chaos. Got to say that for the international audience.
Yeah. Another little known fact: Urban Chaos was a game that Eidos put out like back on the Dreamcast, and it was like this really crappy third-person action game. And
Really?
they took the name and recycled it. Totally unrelated, I think.
I had no idea.
Where they're just like Urban Chaos Riot Response. Yeah, completely different game, and this one's good,
Crazy.
unlike that other game. So.
Well, let's give away 3 Xbox copies now, shall we?
Okay.
This one's in the vein of all the Guitar Hero going on right now.
Okay.
All right. The protagonist in Urban Chaos Riot Response, his name is Nick Mason. Does that name ring any bells to anyone here? No?
No.
Yes, I
Okay,
think so.
well, it ties in with the trivia question.
Okay.
And the trivia question is, the main character in Urban Chaos shares his name with the drummer of which band? Is it A, 100 Acre Wood, B, The Leisure Class, C, Midnight Brown, or D, Pink Floyd? Nick Mason.
John Mason was in The Rock.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Womack, I should have known it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Womack.
You piece of...
Yeah. Anyways, so first 3 people who do that, answer that question correctly, won themselves an Xbox copy of Urban Chaos Riot Response, courtesy of Eidos. We'd like to thank them and Kevin Gill for coming by, doing the demo, giving us all these great games to give away. We'd also like to thank Justin Lambros and Sega for coming by with so many copies of Chromehounds for that multiplayer demo. We'd like to thank Ryan Davis and Alex Navarro for rocking out so efficiently.
Perfectly timed.
Yeah, you guys are good.
And then the fretboard explodes.
But then 2 fretboards just exploded.
Yes. That's even better.
And they were different fretboards.
We'd like to thank Brad Shoemaker for coming by as well, doing a great job with his 2 demos that he did.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank Carrie Guskos and Vinny Caravello for braving the Sex and Video Games Conference at the unnamed hotel. And Brian Eckberg, you did a great job. You're still just killing this dude, aren't you? You're just going to keep doing that.
He was asking for it.
Jeff Gerstmann, great show, sir.
Hey, anytime, Rich.
Ryan Alex, great show.
Absolutely, Rich.
We'd like to thank all of you for watching and our fabulous crew for doing a wonderful job making us all look pretty. We appreciate it. We will catch you next week right here on the spot.
I look pretty on my own.
Sure,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I missed.
Oh, not even close.
All right. Thanks for watching.
I can throw this mouse.
It's not your mouse.